Okay, now I don't know exactly what happened. I think it was my internet. My internet went out. Um, but we are back. Um, that was not good. That was not good. So yeah, but we are back. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that. Completely sorry. Um, sometimes those things happen, but I hate whenever they happen to me. So the music's back on. Okay. Good gracious. So it'll be on for a little bit longer. Probably for another at least 30, 40 minutes. Um, but thank you guys for sticking around. Yep, I'm back. That was. I hate whenever that stuff happens because you have no clue what you're gonna do. But I'm back. Um, thank you for sticking around. Oh my goodness, I hate whenever that stuff happens. Um, but hopefully, I like my internet provider and everything, but sometimes the I don't know whether it's the box or it's the actual internet that goes out and it just does not work, or the Wi-Fi goes out. So it might be the box. So I might have to get a new one, but I just went ahead and plugged in, and I'm ready to go now. It's go time. It's go time. Let's keep going with this Sizzlipede hunt. Um, but thank you for staying. Um, and I don't know what you missed whenever the internet cut out. But if you can jog my memory, um, we can start the conversation again. But um, but I'm glad to be back. Oh yeah. So uh, but that's right. You gave me a great idea. I think that would actually be a pretty cool thing. Even though, even though my kids would probably laugh at me because you play Pokemon. Yes, I do. Is that a problem? Do you have a problem with it? I don't care if you have a problem with it because I'm going to show you this anyway. Because it'd actually be cool with because I teach Math 4, and so that would actually be cool to tie that into my statistics part of Math 4. And I think that being able to see the statistics or the probability of um, catching a shiny Pokemon is this, but then you you would see that it's not always going to work out that way. Even though that's the probability, or that's the rate that you could possibly get it. That doesn't mean it's going to happen in that rate. Yeah. I think it's an accomplishment, but some people, on the other hand, do not. So um, it's just one of those things. I play it. I play it for fun. I play it because I enjoy it. Um, and so again, I don't care if anybody. I don't care if people say that it's lame or not. But um, I think it's funny. Actually, I had actually posted something on Facebook because I have a Facebook page too. Um, that I shared out with some people, and somebody sent back, "Yeah, that's lame." I was like, and I don't care, and I just deleted this message. Yeah, you're probably right. Um, they'd probably come into my streams and just talk straight trash. That's what they do. They like talking trash. They wouldn't do it like to be really malicious. They would just do it to talk trash. But they probably would, and that's just something I don't usually bring up because I worry sometimes about the social media aspect of it, kids coming in, and you know, but it's one of those things. You know, I could possibly do it. Good thing is they would be following me. I wouldn't be following them, so I guess it wouldn't really make a difference. Um, so, oops, did not mean to do that. So that might be something that I bring up. That might be something that I end up putting on my about your teacher thing. That'd probably be pretty interesting. They'd be like, "You stream?" Yep, I do. I definitely do. But and I guess I don't really stream that often, so it's not really that big of a deal. So it'd be pretty cool if I could stream more often. I really want to. I really do. It would be really cool if I could stream during school. That would be awesome. But I think I might lose my job for that or something. Oh, that move won't work. Professional streamer. Yes, that is it. That is it. I'm going to put that on my resume. Professional streamer. Then the principal's going to look at me whenever I go to the job. They're going to be like, really? Yes, that's exactly right. Um, Question: Are you in the competitive Pokemon scene? Because I am not, and I'm actually looking possibly to get into it, but I don't know if it's a good idea or not. You are not. Okay. I thought I thought so much about it, like because I really want to try it because I've never tried it. Like I've battled people before, but I've never like actually gotten to the competitive where you use the specific items to boost, and I've never done anything like that. To me, it's very cool. I would love to get into it. Okay. Um. So I've again I've thought about it a lot. And I think I might try it. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more um, research before I just jump into it, um, because I know that um, it can be a lot, and there are a lot of people um, that do it, and they are extremely competitive. So they know all the rules. They know before you even do what you're gonna do. Um, I don't know if I want to get that into it, but. Um, I just think maybe getting into the competitive scene might also boost um, my views and things like that. And also I gotta look for an emulator because I want to play um, some other games as well. Like Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire and all those games on here as well. So, your name. Just curious. Not really. Um, Gaming Inc. is just it's just a moniker because I guess there is my mother created um, a business, and she actually started this whenever I was really young, where she would print stuff, and it's called Wilson Inc. My last name is Wilson, so it's called Wilson Inc. And so I just thought about it, and I was like, I'll just call myself Gaming Inc. And then '87 is the year I was born, so that is basically it. Nothing like super serious or nothing too like creative, but I just thought it was pretty cool. 33 years old. Uh, uh, I feel old. I'll just say it that way. I am old. My kids think I'm old. They look at me like you 33. Yeah. I'm like, yeah. I'm 60 plus. Oh, come on. All right, I guess you're right, but still, I feel old. I guess it's the fact that some of my students that I've had before are now teaching. So I'm like that. I guess that's why I say I'm old. I feel old. Not that I'm actually old, but I feel old. So what? No, don't call me a millennial. I'm not a millennial. Not, not, not a part of that. I am not a part of that. Those kids are crazy. I'll be a boomer before I'm a millennial. Okay, yes. I'm not old. I will say I'm not old. How about that? Is that better? Not old. Just don't call me millennial. Mm. The Gen Z kids don't care, which is not a terrible thing, but also not a good thing either, because they don't care about nothing. I think that's one of the issues I've been dealing with, like with the students that I've taught. I'm like, do y'all even care what you're doing? No. Like, seriously? Like there's no, and I'm not saying it's not all of them, because it's the same thing with um it's the same thing with my generation. My generation, we were all about sports. That's what we were good at. That's what we did. But not everybody was in the sports. We still had people that were in band, but they had a lot of ambition. Okay, but some of these a lot of these kids have no ambition. They don't care about doing anything. I will say this, and it's not a bad thing. Some have ambition, but don't have the know how to do it, and they're not willing to get the know how to do it. Because there's a lot of kids that I know, a lot of students that I know that I've had that said, "I want to be a streamer." Okay, how you gonna do it? I don't know. You gotta know. You gotta know what you're gonna do. You gotta know your content. You gotta know exactly what you want to do before you just say you're gonna do it. And it's crazy to me to think that these kids. I'm like, these are the people that are going to be in charge of something in the future, and I'm like, you gotta know, you got to. So, oh my gosh, this is great. This is just so. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting in the future, just to see where some of these students go in their life, and hopefully, and I hope that every student goes far in their life and in their career, and can say that they've accomplished something. But I'm hoping that they figure out before they turn my age. Honestly, before they turn my age, that they know what they want to do. Because I don't want them to turn 60 and still not have a clue. Okay, music freaked me out. Oh, gosh, that was a good stretch. I probably shouldn't have done that. So just okay. Wow. Somebody needs to retire. It seems like. Um, yeah. Okay. So she's been teaching as long as or they've been teaching as long as I've been alive. Okay. So yes, you are correct. I'm not old. Not old. Oh man, I do appreciate you making me feel less old than I actually feel like I am. Right? That's good. But and even though people say this and it's very cliche, it is so true. You are only as old as you feel. I say that I'm old, but I don't really think that I'm old. Um, I still go for jogs. I do a lot of stuff. I act like I'm a teenager. And my kids actually people think that I'm a teenager because of the way that I act. I'm like, I'm gonna need you not, but um, so it's all good. Oh, come it, really cool. So, but I am extremely excited about all of this. This is great. That's my uncle. Mind of a child. Oh, yes. I'm right there with your uncle. Because you never. I don't ever. I didn't want to be an adult. I still don't want to be an adult, but I have to be an adult. But I'm still gonna act like I'm 12. You're right, because they're high energy. They, um, you know, yes, I'm gonna get down on some things, but I'm not gonna just be negative Nancy all the time. I'm extremely high energy. I love being around people. I love talking to people, and it's just great. It's just great. Yes, you are correct. Because to be done with school, that means you have to be an adult because you don't have. Uh, so ask you a question. Um, have you applied for college yet? I hope you have since you're a senior. Hmm. Well, have you gotten in anywhere? Still working on some more? Okay. Have you gotten any acceptance letters yet? Those are always the best. Okay. Well, the good thing is you got time. Um, where do you want to? Where is your dream college? Oh, gotcha. Where's your dream college? I have a lot of great questions. I'm telling you. I'm just kidding. Okay. Hmm. I know a lot. I know a lot of people that are like that, and that is very fortunate. I did not leave my home state for college. I live in North Carolina, um, and my parents couldn't afford me going to college, which is okay. I actually had got to pay my loans back. Still paying those loans back. I'm going to be paying those loans. I will be paying those loans back until I get old. So basically, until I turn 60 plus. Um, but um, but that's okay because I'm okay with that because my parents have helped me out in my life so much anyway that I didn't. It's okay that they weren't able to pay for my college. Um, yeah, it's terrible, but I've consolidated some of the stuff too, and hopefully after I've taught for so many years at the school that I'm at, I'll be able to get some of it paid off anyway. But I actually went to Appalachian State and got my teaching degree. Um, so you know, I thought it was probably the best decision that I made, because I didn't actually I applied to um, it's a really good school. They're the school that beat Michigan in football. Actually, and that was my junior year whenever we beat Michigan. That was actually pretty cool. Yep, it was great. Whenever I was in college, that was 2000. That was 2007, 2008, I believe, when we beat them. So, um, but I actually applied to my the school that I knew I was going to get into was NC State. Or NC State, not NC State, NC and T. So North Carolina A&T. I knew I was going to get an A&T, which I did. I applied to App, which I was like, I can get in, but that's the school that I know I feel like I can get into, and I know get a good education there. And then the school that I applied to that I didn't know if I would get into, but it was the school that I love and I've loved since I was little, was Carolina. I applied to go to UNC. Didn't get in UNC, which I was okay with. It's a good school. I love the school, but it's probably a good thing that I didn't get in there. Uh, um, and I got an app, and I was super pumped because it's gonna be. I love cold weather. Yes, UNC is extremely hard to get into, and it might be a little bit easier now, but I don't know how much easier. I know that I think UNC is one of the schools that's not really going to be looking at like ACT or SAT scores, um, but I don't remember. Um, but yeah, I love cold weather, and so App was the best place for me because it snowed. It snows in March or April in at App. So like yes, please, and they have like a lot of snow. So the worst part was I actually had to walk to class in a blizzard because they still had class, but I was okay with that. I didn't mind. Um, I can agree with that. I hate being hot. That is the one downfall of the of where I live because it can get extremely hot and it's actually more humid than hot. Okay, humidity is horrific um, where I'm at. Um, so I don't know. It's one of those things. Um, if I could actually move back up to Boone um, and live there for the rest of my life, I would because I just love the weather out there. I love the scenery. It's just awesome. uh, we could possibly be, but it's no. But it's just so bad. Like the temperature doesn't get it can get hot here. Like I think last week the temperature was like 90. I think it was 96, or it felt like it was 96. Yeah, exactly. Um, um, the temperature was like 96, but it can get hotter. But it hasn't been that hot. This has actually been the coolest summer that we've actually had, which is weird to me. I don't know if that means we're going to get more snow, we're going to get less snow. I don't know what that means, but I hope that we can get some more snow. Um, oh, yeah, you know what hot is. Uh, uh, yeah, you're all the way in Texas, so you know what it means to be hot. Um, and some of that's just straight heat. That ain't even humidity. I actually had a friend that lives in Arizona or lived in Arizona, and it got so hot that it melted the mailboxes. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Like, I don't know how hot it has to get to melt the mailbox, but that's a little too hot for me. Um, so I was like, y'all can have that. That's what you call miserable. Yeah. So you're getting all that, basically all the evaporation from the from the Gulf, and it's just floating right over top of you. Ooh, that's pretty bad. Check my cookie deck's gonna make sure that okay, yeah, a little bit off. 251. I must be doing some misclicks. I'm so bad about keeping track of this. I agree. So, do you want to? Are you thinking about um, like true north, like Michigan, North Dakota? You go to North Dakota State. Um, it's always cold there. Uh, um, that area, or are you thinking more uh, northeast, or even northwest? I don't know. Ooh, that's a good one. That's actually pretty awesome. My sister-in-law. Well, she didn't go to Colorado, but she further than I expected her to go to school. But um, from Oregon to Vermont, I think that's a great idea. I think that is a great idea because it'll be cool wherever you go between those states. My sister-in-law actually has been accepted. She's actually getting her PhD um, from from Missouri. Um, so I thought that was pretty awesome. And in Missouri, they actually told her that you need to. It doesn't matter what time of year it is. You need to have all types of clothes because it can get hot, but it can also snow in June. So you just need to be prepared. Actually, well. She was extremely happy about it until um, three of her four classes are now all online. So she's basically moving to Missouri for one class. So she was kind of like, I could just stay home for that. But, we told her it's a good experience for her. It's going to be great. You know, it's going to be a different atmosphere than she's been. She actually she got her bachelor's from Emory and Henry. She got her master's at Virginia Tech. So now she's going to Missouri. So, and yeah, a lot of people don't know that about Missouri. I didn't know that about Missouri until she told me. So, but yeah, so it's good. I think it's going to be good for her. She needs to be able to kind of be on her own for a little while. So I think this will be a good experience for her. Um, and this is the furthest any of their family's been far away. The furthest that any of her family's been this far away. So I think this will be good for them all, especially my wife, who might be on the stream right now. She might not be. I think she would have said something by now if she was on. Maybe. Yeah, she am. I think she decided to stay off today. She gets on every once in a while and um, tries to get involved. She's actually tried to play Pokemon a little bit, but it doesn't help that I hog the Switch, but um, I'm actually looking into possibly getting her a Switch Lite if I can ever find one, um, so that she can play whenever she wants to. Because on top of this, I play Animal Crossing. I play some Smash. I hadn't played Smash in a while actually, um, but oh yeah, because she doesn't do a lot of playing on like on the TV. She doesn't do a lot of that. She likes the handhelds and stuff like that. So I think that'll be good for her anyway. So but we'll see. That's exactly right. It's just a big 3DS. Um, that you don't have to flip open or anything like that. It's already there for you. I feel like it's about the same price. I guess it's the same price. Um, so, but if I can find one, I've looked for so many places, and have not found one yet. Um, so I'm gonna have to. I really don't want to go on eBay and try to find one because they're gonna try to charge me an arm and a leg. So I'm hoping that GameStop or Walmart will get one pretty soon. Yeah, the pandemic kind of made everything rough, but definitely on eBay they've jacked up their prices for stuff, and but people are buying it because they want it. Like especially now with a lot of parents, they're like, I need my child to not be bothering me. So they've been looking for them, and they'll pay whatever. So I don't believe I'm getting a Sizzlipede tonight. I just bought my first streaming mic. Wow! Holy, seriously? Actually, I haven't gotten a streaming mic yet. That's something that I'm gonna wait. I'm doing it by how many how many followers I get. If I get a lot of followers, like if I get up to 50 followers, then I'll probably get a streaming mic. Um, but that's something I'm trying to work towards. Um, but I got my Lord have mercy, I can't even know what it's called. I want to get an for my streams. I want to get an Elgato, but that's something that I'm gonna actually look into. Um, but I don't want that. But my streaming machine that I got, I can't even remember what it's called. It was a cheap one off Amazon, but it's actually working pretty well. I say cheap; it was like $50. But my capture card's not. It's not the most expensive one, but um, it's one. It works pretty well. I actually haven't had any issues with it. I think actually the next thing that I'm going to work on getting um, is a new computer. I'm actually just streaming off of my laptop right now. Um, but I'm streaming off my laptop, which is working pretty well. I actually put some more RAM in it, which made it faster. Um, but I want to actually get a desktop that's stationary, um, so that I don't have to necessarily move it around and things like that. But with this working so well, it might be a while before I look into getting a desktop. You're gonna get desktop around Christmas. That would be a good idea. They might be cheaper by then too. But as long as it has enough RAM and the processor is actually pretty good, you should be like, I might end up just getting another laptop and just making sure that it has enough RAM and enough processor, because sometimes the laptops are really easy, and they have a camera in them, but I think I gotta figure out how I want to do my camera, because this camera is okay, the picture's okay, but I might want to probably like get a GoPro or something to stream that, but I have to look into that. Actually, that's what mine has. It actually, and this is an older laptop. This laptop's I think 6 years old. So it actually only had 4 gigs of RAM in it to start. And I actually upgraded the RAM in it, and it's got 8, and so it actually works pretty good. So it's one of those things. If it's working, I don't want to get rid of it. But again, as you notice, my internet screws up, and then it screws everything else up. So, but you can't. There are a few things that I notice, but a lot of other people don't notice. Like, it does slow my computer down. I can't do a lot on it while I'm actually streaming. So that's the key behind it all. Is I want to be able to make sure that if I want to post on Twitter, I'm able to post on Twitter in a timely fashion, instead of waiting 10, 15 minutes, or if I'm taking a screenshot whenever I get my shinies. Um, I want to be able to take it right then and there, and not wait for 5 minutes for the screen capture to load. You know what I mean? On a better PC for streaming certain games. That is totally agreed. I actually am trying to do some streaming on my PlayStation as well. And right now it's a little difficult, because I'm trying to do where I can stream from my PlayStation onto my computer, instead of just streaming straight from my PlayStation, because I don't actually have a camera for my PlayStation. So I'm trying to figure out how I can do that too. It's a whole process, um, and it's fun to actually figure out all these things. But then sometimes it takes a lot of money to get it the way that you truly want it. So we are going to see how this goes, but I probably will. You know what? I might stream till I'm 60. If I can actually get a pretty decent following, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I I don't know if it would if it would work like I want it to, but that would be pretty cool. Just stream until I'm 60. Um, so technically never retire. Um, but that would be pretty interesting. Uh, I can stand for it. No. But I think I'm actually going to jump off here. Actually, hold on. Where am I at? 256. I'm going to do 4 more encounters for Sizzlipede, and I'm probably going to jump off here. because I know my wife is probably like, I need you to get off. Um, but um, actually, yeah, I'm gonna do 4 more encounters and then I'm gonna jump off because need to spend some time with my wife. I know, you know, she does not mind me being on here, but she will say, "Okay, you were on way too long, and I need you to realize that you have a family." And I'm like, "Yes, babe, I know, I understand, I know." So it's all good. Uh, so, but we'll get these last 4 encounters, and then we'll call it a night. And hopefully I can get back on tomorrow night. I know that I thought that was the shiny for a second. I was about to say, "Oh my gosh, this shiny is probably the worst one because you can't really tell, um, what it is. You have to look at its back to be able to tell if it's shiny." Um, but it would be nice if I did get it in these last 4. But I don't think my luck's that good. But yeah, I want it because I like Sizzlipede. I really like Sizzlipede. Well, excuse me, I really like Scorch. Um, and being able to Gigantamax it, even though it's the shiny for Sizzlipede or Scorch is not really that good. Um, but I really like Gigantamax Scorch, and to have a shiny Gigantamax Scorch or Scorch is going to be awesome. So yeah, it really is. Like you look at it, and it's just like it's the same thing. Like it didn't even change colors or anything. So it's one of those things. But just at least I'll know it's shiny. Um, but there is one shiny G-Max that I enjoy a lot, and that is Orbeetle. Um, and that would be really cool having custom shinies, but they didn't. But you can well for me, I feel like you can see Orbeetles. Orbeetle is awesome. And the fact that he turns into a UFO is hilarious for his Gigantamax. And actually, I was talking to Naruto earlier, and he's a big fan of Blastoise. Even though its shiny's not the best, I do really enjoy Gigantamax Blastoise. Like just the look of it, the fact that he's basically a huge tank is pretty sweet. No, really cool. You got in the way. Um, so, oh my goodness. But I'm trying to figure out. I want to, and I don't know why I always do this, but I'm always trying to figure out. Okay, I'm gonna get this shiny. What am I gonna do next? I always try to like looking ahead, but I don't know. It's probably not always the best thing because I I think I don't know. I don't know what else I want to look for. I haven't actually thought about that. After Sin Scorch, I don't know. I think I might do a Masuda method um, next after I get Sizzlepede. Um, I just don't know which one I should do. I think I might go for either Bulbasaur or Squirtle. I think I might put a poll up and see what people think. Um, because I want both of them because I want to be able to Gigantamax. And the good thing is, I've done so many raids that I've had mushrooms pop up in places I didn't think that they were going to pop up. Um, so I think that might be the next thing I look for. I think I'll go for Blastoise only because I can go with. I think I like Squirtle better than Bulbasaur. So I think I like Squirtle better than Bulbasaur, but we will see. But alright. I didn't get shiny, but that's okay. So I appreciate you being there. Being here. I appreciate the raid. Maybe next time that you're on and I'm getting off, I might end up raiding you, but I do appreciate it. That on Twitch, no joke. It's teacher, every student would love to have you. Trust me, I hope you come back every time you stream simply because you're one of the best. Dude, I appreciate that. And I am not old, and I thank you for being here again. I thank you for the raid. And definitely, I'm going to check you out. I followed you. I'm going to turn on my notifications to make sure that I know whenever you're on, and I will definitely come and bug you on your streams. So, but thank you again. I hope you have a great evening, and we will talk soon. All right. So we'll see you.